around that time, I get an email saying, "Hey, we'll meet with you in Burbank, LA, on Tuesday." The Disney guys. I was like, "Okay, awesome." And so Burbank's in LA. I'm in San Diego, so I'm like, "Okay, it's a Tuesday. I should go up on Monday, kind of chill, so I'm not rushing into that meeting." And so I end up being on the so Comic Con finished 5 p.m. Sunday. I'm on the 4 a.m. Monday train back up to LA.
How long's that trip?
It's about three and a bit hours. And so I get to Burbank, and then I stow away my luggage, and then I end up going like to Warner Brothers Studios and so going to tour because I'm like, I can't check in until the afternoon. Let's kill some time. So I went on the Warner Brothers tour and stuff. Caught up with some friends in LA, and then Tuesday rolls around and I head over to where we're meeting, and they kind of like, "Hey, so do you know what this meeting is about?" I'm like, "Not particularly." Like I had my portfolio on my iPad, kind of getting ready to kind of do my pitch like I usually do with portfolio reviews at Comic Con. And then it's like, "Oh, so we've been wanting to work with you since the beginning of this project, but Disney don't necessarily hire outsiders."
All right. So they probably pulled some strings then.
So we've been trying to get you on board, but they've been saying no. And we saw when you posted saying that you got declined, essentially, I got rejected, but maybe they'll find something for me. They were like, we got pissed off because Disney didn't tell us. Like if Disney had told us that I had applied, because I went through the official channels, that's how they could have hired me earlier. Like, you know what I mean? So they're like, god damn it, Disney. And so when I was in LA at Disneyland, the guys were like
excited.
They're like, God damn it, we gotta get him now. Like he's in town. Let's go meet with him. Let's go get him. And so they were like, yeah, so how would you like to work with us? I was like, oh shit. Wait, this isn't a meeting, this is a job offer? Like what the fuck? And I'm like, oh, so I didn't have to show you my work? Like, and they're like, oh no, we're more than aware of your work. Like, so yeah, we want you on board. And they're like, yeah, we know. Initially, it'll be 5 weeks, and I think the 5 weeks was kind of like a trial period for both of us, where like to see if I'm good at the job, and they said even to see if I like the job, because it's something different from what I do. Maybe I won't connect with it. And so I was like, fuck yeah, 5 weeks, okay, that's 5 weeks I will be working for Disney, 5 weeks I'll be getting paid well, 5 weeks I'll be learning, and I'll be in that space. And so so they took a chance on me. And
so your trip just extended to 5 weeks?
Oh no, yeah, so they went funny enough, because they were like, oh, we were thinking you'd be in LA for 5 weeks, but we reckon you could do it from New Zealand. I was like, fuck yeah. And so they were like, yeah, so we'll sort all of that stuff out. You get paid in New Zealand dollars and stuff. So that, again, that makes the tax stuff much easier to navigate. So I was just like, oh shit. Like I was going in, I was happy just to have a meeting. Like, funnily enough, at San Diego Comic Con, when I realized, in my mind, I was like, DC aren't going to call me. But I was just like, but I've got a meeting with Disney, so I don't care. Like, I've got a meeting. Like, that was my objective of that trip, was to try and make meetings happen by being there, putting myself there. And so that job offer came around. And I was like, oh shit. And so, 5 weeks. I was thinking, I've got 5 weeks. Just do as much as you can, do the best work you can, learn as much as you can. And they issued me a scene to illustrate, and in my third week, on the second pass of the scene I illustrated, they were like, cool, that was awesome, like, let's send it to editorial. I'm like, oh, you're not giving me more notes? Like, I was expecting to keep working on it, to fine-tune it, but they were like, no, that was awesome, like, yeah. And so I was like, oh shit, I guess I do belong here. Like, and like the thing is, I had fun doing it. Like, it was fun to do. And then like a couple of days later, this was like the third week of my 5 week contract. Yeah, and a couple of days after that scene got accepted, approved. They were like, hey, we'd like to extend your contract till February. So I was like, oh shit, that's 6 months. That's 6 months of Disney work. So I'm like, fuck, okay, it's like you kind of like, again, it's what's the best that can happen, right? But in my mind, because I just ride the waves as they come, I was like, it'd be awesome if if I work longer than the 5 weeks. Maybe they like me and I do good work. But at the same time, it's like, just do the work. So I'm not worrying too much about what could happen.
Yeah.
It's more about, okay, just do the work. But like, hopefully if you do the work, more opportunities will come their way. And then it did. And so, I'm currently, contracted to Feb. But, and I'm working like I'm contracted to Feb. But maybe close to the time, they might extend it. I don't know. But whether they extend it or not, like, I've had such a great time working for Disney so far and learning so much working with Disney, that, like, again, it's the experience. Like, I've learned so much from the experience, and luckily through the experience I got paid well. So it's like, I'm just like, cool. And I'm doing all kinds of stuff, like I'm just working till Feb. But I would love to learn more, continue to get paid by Disney. But but again, like, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I have other projects that I can work on, and with the Disney money, like, that relieves the pressure to constantly be working on new projects to fill the coffers.
And saying that, with Disney Animation, with the editors, those two guys are producers that you saw, or editors?
Was the director, was the head of story, and stuff.
Okay.
Like, those were the guys, and like, and they took a big gamble on bringing me in. And when I work in that space, I'm always thinking about doing good work, but also proving their core right. Was the right one.
Did they tell you what was different to your work to the other guys that made them, or did they just like the scenes you were producing?
Yeah, it was a mixture of stuff. Yeah, but it's definitely one of those things. And talking to them in person, and hanging out with them for about a week or so at the studios, we've had some great conversations. In between, they were super busy that week too. But we had some lunch together. They were like, they said that, like, my DNA is all over this project.
Right.
Like, I've changed the way they kind of look at things. And I was like, oh shit, even in a place like Disney, you can make some kind of change.